Hello, guys. I am the Mitch, and welcome back to the Mitch Talks. And I have some questions. Um, by no means am I attempting to start anything negative or anything like that. It is just my thoughts, my opinions, um, and so uh, if it offends anybody, again, I apologize for that. It's not intended by any means to offend anybody whatsoever. I'm just, expressing my own thoughts and opinions on the matter. So, with that said, um, I I just been thinking. I watch a lot of those, a lot of political based videos, and a lot of it's typically about gender and that sort of thing. It kind of always goes back and forth, and I always notice on both sides that it's these particular behaviors, and a lot of it that I notice, like like literally, no offense, but like, why is it that it's like whenever, like, let's say a guy wants to ask something or is curious about something referring to, I don't know, maybe on a subject about that uh, on an issue with women, or on like a subject of anything that has to do like with women, it's a more it's seen more negatively. Like, the guy should not be even asking, or should not even be involved. Like, I hear so much about um, men shouldn't have a say in things referring to women's problems, women's issues, women's whatever. Like, like for example, um, abortion or something like that, or pregnancy, anything like that regarding that sort of thing. Um, and their reason behind that is saying, well, if you're not a woman with uterus and everything, then you shouldn't have an opinion on it. Why is that? Like, why does somebody have to have um, why does somebody have to have been born a female in order to have an opinion on what goes on, like with pregnancies and things like that? Like, there is a such. I mean, like, I understand from their, like, from what they're trying to say, but at the same time, um, there is such thing as fathers, and I think fathers have just as much as right to an opinion on, like, what goes on, like what's like the whatever issue that they're having with the pregnancy, whether one of them wants it, the other one doesn't. I think that it's like it's up to like both of them to have that important discussion, because I mean it's literally just as much as his child than it is the mother's child. Literally, it's not more of one person's child than the other. That's not how it goes. Um, and I understand, even without like being like, but even if you're not like a father of, like, when you're just speaking in general, like about abortion in general, like how you feel about that. I think, in my opinion, I think everybody has a right to their opinion. And so that's the main thing that I'm trying to, like, the whole main thing that I'm trying to get to here is that everybody has an opinion, like everybody has a right to an opinion, and everybody should have that right to talk about their opinions and what they feel and things like that. It's a part of the First Amendment, a right to free speech. And that's the thing that I'm getting at here. A lot of people are trying to restrict other people's free speech, um, and saying that, oh, you shouldn't have a right to say anything on it. Like, no, it's a part of free speech. Everybody has a right to say whatever they want. That's a part of the free speech, you know? As long as you're not threatening anybody, like, that's a call to violence. I watch a lot of Steven Crowder as well, and he talks about that quite a lot as well. He made some videos on that, even some Change My Minds. I'm a big fan of Change My Mind, um, and yeah, it gets really heated, and it gets really interesting, like really entertaining to watch that, because a lot of people go nuts and crazy. So it's quite fun to watch that sometimes. But yeah, he goes on pretty much saying that, I mean, everybody like has a right to their speech, to free speech and everything, as long as they're not calling to violence, like and called to like action or something like that. That he was saying that you can't say you're gonna kill somebody, like I'm gonna kill you or something like that. That's a threat. That's literally a call to violence, and which is against the law, and that sort of thing. But besides things like that, pretty much anybody can say whatever they want, and that's something that I do believe in. I do um, support the First Amendment and everybody's right to free speech. So I think that's an important thing. Everybody should have a right to free speech, and not just only certain people based on their gender having a right to free speech or any speech. Like for that whole abortion thing, only women should have a right to speech about abortion. No, that's absolutely not. Like, I don't agree with that one at all. Just because everybody discussing on a matter doesn't have a uterus, I don't think that should mean that they should be like silenced out of it. That's what's the word that's called? Fascism. Yeah, I think that's what fascism is. Like, you're trying to shut down people's right to give their opinion on the matter, and that's something that's very important to have discussion on anyway. I think it's something that's very important to have discussions on. And I don't want to kind of get into that just yet. That's not what this video is. Like, this video per se, like being about like abortion or anything like that. I am planning on making an abortion video and giving my full thoughts on that. So don't worry about that. But yeah, I don't know. I just had that. I was just wondering about that. Like, some things it seems to a lot of people doesn't like certain people having opinions on, and I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right at all. I think everybody should have an opinion. Like, I would never want like anybody excluded out of anything. It could be like a guy's issue, like an issue like with men, like men having like some problem or something like that, and it's something like very serious and important. I wouldn't want to exclude women out of that just because they're not men. I mean, that wouldn't be fair. I mean, that's like, not fair, because, oh, you can't have an opinion because you're a woman, you're not a man, so you can't have an opinion on men's issues or whatever. No, that's not right. It's not right for anybody to be excluded from any sort of important discussion. Uh, so yeah, that's the main thing I wanted to get across here. That was the main thing I was quite wondering about there, and but yeah, that's just wanted to do a little short video on this one, just expressing how I feel on that. And don't worry, I am planning on having more videos and more discussions, more things like that, um, uh, especially about that whole abortion thing, and like a lot of people feeling like, oh, my body, my choice. Other people saying, it's not right to take an innocent life, regardless of who's in, and so everything like that. So I give my opinions on that fairly soon. Other videos to come. But if there's anybody who were expecting video releases sooner than what it was, then I apologize. I get caught up into a lot of things. And don't forget that I do have my other channel to manage. So there's a lot of videos that's behind the scenes that I upload and things like that. A lot of gameplay videos that's particularly not suitable for publishing. And so like I have to try to get like the right sort of stuff, and I get like sort of games like I get, and I try to have that ready to record for you guys, and always trying to find new content and things like that. So there's a lot of things that kind of goes on, and it's not easy like managing multiple channels as it is. So yeah, I'll try whenever I can to have a new video up with new topics and discussions. And I'm gonna try. I had one suggestion of reviews on like videos and what I think on certain movies, rather movies and like, you know, series and things like that. And so I am thinking about that, giving my thoughts on that. One show that I do have enjoyed very much is a Netflix series called Lucifer. I am a fan of that. Not at first, but like the more I watched it, the more I got into it, and like before I knew it, I was pretty much watching that every single time that I had my dinner, had lunch, breakfast, whatever. I had something to eat. Time for another Lucifer. You know, it's a really good show. I do recommend it actually. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get into more things like that. Give my thoughts and opinions on shows and movies as well, and not just only politics sort of things, but movies and everything like that. So yeah, with that being said, I think that'll do it for this video. If you would like to follow me on Twitter, my Twitter is TheMitchTALKS. That is at TheMitchTALKS. Be sure to follow me there on Twitter. My original Twitter for my original channel, The Mitch Zone. That is at TheMitch_TMZ. Again, that is at TheMitch_TMZ. And you follow me there for my official The Mitch Zone Twitter, my Twitter for The Mitch Zone. With that being said, I hope you guys did sort of enjoyed it, like, you know, got something from the topic here, from the understood my opinion on this whole sort of thing, and how I was wondering about that. If you do have any responses, anything you want to add on to the subject, onto the matter, any thoughts of your own, questions or suggestions, anything like that, then do please put it in the comment section below. Anything you want to say, make sure you put it in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. I love to hear people in comments putting their own thoughts, and I love everybody having their own thoughts, as long as it's respectful, to others, to me, then it means so much to me. Just seeing people having their thoughts and everything in the comment section, everybody getting along and everything. So I'm big on that too as well. So with that all being said, I do hope you guys enjoy. There will be more on the way. But yeah, I am the Mitch, and this is The Mitch Talks, and I'll catch you guys later.